Cloud. Okay, what's happening, everyone? Hope you are doing well. Welcome back to yet another client interview. This is actually interview number 100, so I didn't actually tell you that, Bas, but here we are, the 100th interview, which is fantastic.
Yay.
Bas is another one of our amazing clients who has done extremely well with our program. And today, just like any other interview would do, we're going to unwrap his story further. So, obviously, Bas, me and you know each other from being in the program, and obviously we just caught up just before this. For the
Mhm.
people watching, however, why don't you introduce who you are, who you serve, and the transformation that you deliver to your clients?
Sure. Thanks for being on this call. Love to participate and help you guys out with the 100th,
There you go.
happy customer. So my name is Bas. I am based in the Netherlands, close to Amsterdam. I've been in sales for over 25 years, and I've been an entrepreneur for the past, I would say, 8 years. Previously, prior to growth.com, which is my current company, I had two other companies. And this company, growth.com, we service corporate sales teams. Basically, our ICP is our commercial directors, commercial managers, sales directors, and we help them get more clients. This must sound familiar, but we help them get more clients, and we do that via automation, artificial intelligence, and providing five-star excellent guidance by our sales experts.
Yeah, amazing. And in terms of from a monthly revenue standpoint, Bas, just to give like the people watching an idea, where were you before joining the program compared to where you are now, and how long did that take?
Okay, well, we started our company in February of 2024, so it's a little over a year ago. We started at zero, obviously. But when I started looking around for a program to further speed up our own sales process, we were at 23K. So we grew from zero to 23K without your help. Um, in up until November. So I got into the program in November 24.
Perfect. And now I think it's been December, January, February, just under 5 months or so. What's the revenue at now?
Oh, I can safely say this is done in 3 months because I got into the program in November and didn't do shit in December. So I was too busy with all kinds of stuff. So I first started listening, acquisition genesis and everything. And I was completely overwhelmed by
Yeah.
the amount of content. I was like, holy shit. I mean, I told Demola, who was my sales representative, I told him, yeah, we'll get to the offer in about 2 weeks. No way in hell. It was Christmas. It was busy. It was all kinds of. I didn't really get started until early January, just listening, just going through all the
Wow.
content from EasyGrow. So I would say we've grown from 23K to 50K last month in 3 months.
Amazing. Wow. There you go. See, I didn't even know that. I thought you were cracking on from November, but as you said, I'm assuming timing wasn't ideal.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was the one thing that actually surprised. I mean, Demola said, you know what, you got to put some effort in it, man. You know
Yeah.
what, will help you grow and stuff. Yeah, we can get this working for you. And we're like, yeah, all right, yeah. I'm rooting for myself and I'm rooting for you and I'm rooting for
Yeah.
everybody. But then I saw the videos and I'm like, this is 3.5 hours, that 3 hours, that one is 2.5 hours. You know what? I'm glad I have a dog that I can walk outside and listen to Charlie when I'm doing my walks. Otherwise, where do I find the time? But it's well worth the effort.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it. In terms of where how the business looked before Bass, you joined the program, Bass, like what did it look like and what drove you to take the next step? Because obviously you were at a really decent point where you already took it to around that 20 to 25K mark on your own. What drove you to go, right, I need more help. I need to find, a mentor or a coach to take me to the next level.
The most important thing is that I've pretty much built the company by myself. I
Hmm.
mean, I was working with a few other people by the time we did 23K. But up until I would say like 20K a month, I was doing it all by myself because
Yep.
we've got a very, very lean business. I mean, it sounds huge, automation, AI, and expert guidance and everything, but we're super lean. So
Yep.
that was my like my that's fundamental to our company to stay lean and to stay scalable. But I knew that in order to scale further in revenue, I would need specific skills, specific knowledge that, I've never built a company like this before. I have a lot of experience, but did not this type of experience. And well, I just thought, looking around, talking to a variety of people, that EasyGrow was the best choice to help me with that.
Yeah, amazing, man. And when you were doing it on your own, obviously you mentioned it was very lean. You got to a great point. Was there any specific problems you were facing to take it beyond that, like 25K mark that you needed help with, or was it a matter of just making things easier?
No, it was just well, I was making things easier. I mean, looking back, I
Hmm.
now know that I could have done things differently from the get-go, from the start. But hey, you know what? We got as far as we gotten by doing some things right as well.
Yep.
But learning from the program, I could have done things better, and we would have accelerated even faster. But that's okay. It's a learning process. But the one thing that we quickly changed was the way we approached the process of getting people on a sales call. That was
Hmm.
like the one thing that we immediately changed because we were very cool and about it. You know what? Oh, we'll text you or mail you or DM you 1, 2, 3, 7, 20 times.
Yeah.
And at some point, hey, we'll get to a sales call. It's all good.
Yeah.
And we've got a we got a high ticket size. So the good thing for us is that we only need a few clients in order to make decent revenue. But still, now learning from the program, it's all right. We'll get in touch with you one way or another. We'll get in touch with you. Get on a call. Get on a sales call. I mean, there's no if, ands, or buts. Just no, get on a sales call. So
Yep.
that's one thing that we've learned, which sped up the process of getting people on an actual sales call, and we changed our sales script.
Yeah.
Um, I would honestly say that prior to EasyGrow, the I would say we were talking 80, or I was talking 80% of the time, and I was listening 20% of
Oh, yeah.
Huh? In enthusiasm, explaining what
Yeah.
we did, nitty gritty, bits and bytes, and look at all this shiny stuff, like, but and people loved it, huh? We've gotten customers that way, that loved the enthusiasm, that loved what we presented, and were okay listening to me for over an hour, but it's completely reversed. We started implementing the Bedrock sales script. So, well, the script.
Yep.
Now it's 2080, if that. I would say
Hmm.
1090.
Yeah.
Yeah, we asked customers, we get them into that pain zone and like, oh yeah, we got this and this and this, and we're like, oh well, here we are, we can help you. Yeah,
Yeah. It's really interesting that you mentioned that in particular in the sales side of things because a lot of people assume, especially in sales calls, it's like I need to give as much as I can, and that involves me talking a lot, giving a lot of value and whatnot. But the issue is, you're actually, the more information you give, the more obstacles you're placing and getting to the end sale. And sometimes you'd think that by talking less, it's going to be harder to get the sale, but actually it's the complete opposite from what you've seen, Bas, right?
yeah, yeah. So that was, and the funny thing is, I've been in sales for over 20 years, 25 years. I know this stuff, like in all honesty, there's a number of things that are new to me in the program that I listen to and I'm like, all right, yep, this is new, or I wouldn't have thought of this. And then we're talking about, you know, the EasyGrow method of DM sorcery, cold DM, the EasyGrow method of Loom emails and everything. Okay, I didn't really know that, you know, so there's something new there. But when it comes to sales, I know that you shouldn't be talking 80% of the time in a sales call. That's ridiculous. But you know what? I did. So it was kind of like, all right, yeah, got it, change it, go for it, and all for the better.
Yeah, love it. Do you reckon if you were doing this before you joined the program, you would have like closed more deals, more sales, all that good stuff?
Uh, most likely, you know, like I said, you know, like in hindsight, yeah, we could have then
Yeah.
done better. But you know, I
Yep.
think that's always the case. You know,
Yep.
it's a learning process, and I think that's very important for anyone in the program or considering the program. Is, you know, it's a learning process. You know, it's not a, you know, quick win, quick solution.
Yep.
It's step by step by step, and it takes time. You know, like it takes time. So yeah, it's wonderful that we've gone. You know, we doubled our business in 3 months' time, and you know what? The funny thing is, we haven't even started yet. We just changed the sales script and we've gotten people on a sales call faster. That's the only thing. We don't even have that many sales calls at this moment. We don't have that many yet. We have enough because we convert a lot of sales calls. I'm actually scared to turn on DM sourcing, scared to turn on cold email. It's all done. We're prepared, but I'm kind of scared to turn it on because you know what? We're successful now doing 50K. What's going to happen if we add, you know, like these acquisition systems? What's going to happen if we add the acquisition systems from EasyGrow? I don't know, but it's going to be good.
Yeah, that's it. That's exciting times ahead. That's how are you currently getting appointments? Like, what's the method you're using to get meetings right now?
The most well, LinkedIn is the main platform. Actually, LinkedIn
Nice.
is our only platform, and
Nice.
so I have a very active content strategy on LinkedIn.
Perfect.
So it's a well thought concept of a variety of topics, three times a week. So I get a lot of people on the DM,
Nice.
like organically.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And then I have automated outreach, which you could consider cold DM to some extent. But I have automated outreach on a number of ICPs as well. But
Yeah.
at this point, LinkedIn is the only platform that I use for my client acquisition.
Yeah, nice. What was I know you mentioned briefly how you adjusted your messaging. So what were you doing before when you were speaking to these clients in DMs where it was like, I'll message you here, I'll message you there to get a DM. It sounded like there was no structure before compared to how does it look now in terms of getting them on the sales call?
Okay, so the way our automation operates and still does for
Hmm.
we now have two ways to success. Uh,
Yep.
One way to success, because they both lead to success. One is just quicker than the other. One way to success is we have a target audience, prospects, which we reach out to. And then when they connect, we start a conversation. And the conversation, when they respond, is basically it's based on building a relationship. So you would message me, "Hey, nice to get in touch with you. Welcome to my network." And I would message back, you know, like, "Yeah, welcome to my network too. How are you today?" "Oh, I'm actually quite good. You know, what's keeping you busy?" Chit chat, you know, back and forth, back and forth. It could take days, weeks, months before
Yeah.
you get to the point from building but we're consistent, you know.
Yep.
We're always responding. We're always responding, and we're always responding with a trigger to get a response back. And then we'll get to the point like, "Hey, are you doing anything with automation and sales, by the way?" You know, that kind of stuff. It's very low key, it's non-aggressive, building a relationship and getting to the point of like, yeah, 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 we should meet, you know, like let's book an appointment. That's 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 one
Yep.
path to success, and it works. It just takes time.
Yep.
You can do this in volume, and because well, we've got the software and everything. That's what we do in order to support that system. But then I was looking at the cold DM from EasyGrow, and I'm like, yeah, okay. You can also connect, throw in a Trojan horse video, do a follow up, bring in the VSL, and then ask for the appointment. And we've just started that process. So this is what I said. We haven't even started with cold DM. We're just testing it right now,
Yep.
and it works too. It
Yeah.
people are like, yeah, sure. Hey, no, thanks for the video. Like a thumbs up. Bring in the VSL. No, they don't say bring in the VSL, but yeah,
Yeah.
send me your video.
Nice. Amazing, man. Amazing. It sounds like to be honest, like it sounds like there's so much untapped potential from what you described because like you said, you've obviously tested DM sorcery and it's already working, which is amazing. You've yet to launch the cold email side of things. All you've done so far, Bas, and you can correct me on this if I'm wrong, the main thing is you've restructured your sales process compared to what it was before, and that alone has made a big difference in revenue.
Yeah, and part of the sales process.
Yep.
So the only part we've changed is the logic of getting people on an appointment faster. So I changed my
Yep.
website. I removed pricing on the
Oh
website.
yeah. Yeah.
Like so that I see that as part of the sales process. In terms of giving less information. Which is one thing that Charlie talks about in the Easy Grow part program. Huh? The use or well, whether you should or you should not have a good website and everything. We changed our website. We didn't really have a website, but what we've had, we really changed things in terms of giving away less information about our program or our services. We took away the price and everything in order for people to get curious and book an appointment. If you look at our
Yep.
website now, you'll see an orange button everywhere. Book an appointment, book an appointment, book
Yeah.
an appointment, book an appointment, book an appointment. It's like we only want one thing from you.
Yeah.
Book the damn appointment.
That's it. That's it. And again, that's something else where like it kind of comes back to what we were speaking about the sales with the whole 80/20 thing. If you're giving away everything on your website and you think in your eyes, oh, this is great because the customer's going to get all the information and whatnot, they're going to buy. Well, actually, because you've given away everything up front on the website, you're leaving no reason for them to actually book and find out more.
Mhm. And the funny thing is that in our services, we'll come in with the sales blueprint for those companies that we work for, and we work for big names. We work for Vodafone, Visma. We're in the big
Amazing.
corporate market, and when we come in with sort of a blueprint process, and we tell people like, okay, give away less information. Like now, obviously, Vodafone is not just going to change their website and take away,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
but still, the point is, like, all right, if someone responds to your stimuli, to speak in easy grow terms, if someone responds to your stimuli with a question, a detailed question, your answer should never be the answer to that question. That's what
Yep.
we teach our customers now as well. The answer to a detailed question is book a sales call.
That's it.
You don't call it a sales call, you call it a discovery call, or
Yep.
like a nice to meet you
A
call. I don't
fancy demo strategy
Yeah,
session.
whatever. It doesn't matter what you call it because I explain my customers as well as Charlie explains, the people in Easy Grow is, like when you're on a call, you're in charge.
Hmm.
You can influence people, you can monitor people, you can react to people, in a call, but you can't if they're on your website. Like on
Yep.
your website, they'll make they'll have an opinion, and you don't know what that opinion is, whether it's
Yep.
a correct opinion or not, whether they interpret your information correctly or not. you
Yeah.
know, like whether they object to it or, fall in love with it. You won't know that if they're looking at your website. Get them on a call. You're in
Yeah.
charge when you get them on a call. And that's what we teach our customers as well. So,
Yeah.
like I said,
Yeah. That's amazing. And yeah, it's really funny you mentioned that, Bas, because it's almost like a disservice to your potential prospects if you give away everything early without additional context. So, for example, if you're giving away price and all the nuts and bolts on the website, it's a disservice to your customer or your potential customers because they're going to interpret it however which way they interpret it, and they may be leaving without you being able to clear things up, and it could be a good fit for them. But because you've given away everything, they've assumed they have everything, but actually they've interpreted things wrong, and it results in them not getting something that can help them.
yeah, the one other thing that we've changed is we set up a guarantee. Obviously looking at the
Nice.
offer, and don't tell anyone, but I haven't even turned in my offer yet for
Yeah, I
approval.
was gonna say I searched your post. I can't remember doing Bass's offer. So
No,
how did he do
we
it?
have because we have an excellent offer.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
We have an excellent offer, but you know, in addition to our offer, because obviously we were well on our way.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. Of
I
course.
read, I read the $1 million offer book by Hormozy. I
Yep.
have my experience.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm not from yesterday. I'm not some 20-year
Yep.
old kid dropped out of high school and now wants to be a millionaire and drive a Lamborghini. I do want to drive a Lamborghini and I do want $1 million in my bank account. Don't get me wrong. However, no, I don't want to drive a Lamborghini. No,
Yeah.
but so we were doing well. But the thing we added to our offer, because everything I heard from Charlie was like, hey, okay, we got that, we got that, we got that. Check that box, check that box, check that box. Risk reversal. Okay.
Mm.
Do not have a risk reversal, and I do get it. Thank you for letting me know. I get it. So we added a risk reversal. So now we're the only company in the world servicing corporate, large commercial companies in the Netherlands that tell them in advance, you know what, just become a client. If it doesn't work out, if we don't bring you any new revenue in terms of new business, you'll get your money back. Now, who else in the world of marketing agencies, like call services, booking services, whatever you call them, does that? No one. So give us a try.
Yeah.
Works wonders. Works wonders.
Yeah, for corporate especially, isn't it, Bass? Where it's
Yeah.
not, I'm assuming it's not as common for corporate companies to see something like that.
And trust me, the companies like Vodafone, Visma, and everything, they've got a marketing budget, like up to the roof here.
Yeah.
It's money is not their issue.
Yeah.
Money is not their issue. They're looking for something that is out of the ordinary, that's bold, that's going to give them something new, and obviously results. But they can do business with any marketing agency in the world. It's not a budget thing. They don't care about the budget.
Mhm.
Well, there's obviously a certain limit to it,
Some extent, yeah.
but we can charge a very, 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 very decent fee for our services. Um, and we only charge it to companies that also have to gain a lot. Like if they gain one new customer, you know, they just tripled, quadrupled, or whatever their investment in us. So I'll
Yeah.
check out. Yeah, that's one thing that stuck with me from the program. You got to be willing to offer something. Your offer should be something that kind of scares you. Like it should
Yeah.
you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And when we started, up until this point, we only have customers that just started based on the risk guarantee, the risk reversal, our guarantee. So none of them have, none of them have finished, the program, our program yet. So we don't know how successful we're going to be, but we stuck our necks out, and I think it's going to work. And do I know 100% for certain that they're going to be successful? No, not 100%, but I know that we're going to put in 200% effort to make it work
Yeah.
because I don't want to pay back their money. That's one thing. And two, I want satisfied customers that's going to stick around. I mean, like in that, we're in the same boat, like
Yeah, exactly.
it's just like EasyGrow. It's just like you guys.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that you made that point there, Baz, because yes, when you have like a guarantee and a risk reversal, of course, it makes signing clients easier, but also it holds people like yourself and even myself accountable to clients like you and you accountable to your clients to go above and beyond to make sure that you're doing what needs to be required. Whereas if you compare it where you may not necessarily be guaranteeing something, you'll still do the work out of, goodness and the nature of your heart because that's the ethical thing to do, but you're not as aggressive. You're just coasting because it's like, oh, there's no pressure and all, promise or something like that. Whereas when you do the guarantee, it makes a massive difference to how you operate in terms of making your service better, product better, and making sure that the client gets a result.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, looking at the time, we do need to head for wrapping things up. So,
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Amazing. Bas, before we leave, is there anything else from the program that you've really enjoyed? So obviously you've got the hours of long content, but then you've got the coaching call, the group support. Anything else that stands out outside of the videos?
I would love to add something to it, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. I've yet to join coaching calls. I have yet there's so many things. I mean, it's a very rich program,
Yeah.
obviously. And so far, I've gone through acquisition genesis, self-transcendence, and outbound systems to some degree. And that's it, but we haven't actually started doing the outbound systems yet.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm sure there's much more. Well, I do enjoy the community. Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
community. It's really fun, and yeah, it inspired me to actually set up a community similar to the EasyGrow community for my customers as well.
Yeah. Amazing. So as we wrap up here, two groups of people will typically watch this, Bas. First of which are current clients, second of which are people that have yet to join the program. What would you say to current clients in terms of the best piece of advice you can give to succeed?
Discipline, stay disciplined. Put in the hours, put in the work, you'll be fine.
Yeah. And to the people that have yet to join, almost like you're speaking to yourself back in November, what would you say to them?
Yeah, basically, it's a no-brainer. Well, no, let's put it this way. The risk reversal of Charlie Morgan should do it for you. There is literally no risk. There's only the effort that you're going to put into it. And believe me, if you're going to put in the effort and you follow the process, you're going to be successful. It's impossible not to be successful.
Yeah. Well said. Bas, where can they find you, man, if they want to keep up with what you're doing?
So we're growth.com, but for everyone going to their internet browser right now and typing growth.com, that's not us. Growth.com is the place you want to be if you need some executive coach, and I think they cater to the Bill Gates and everything of this world. So growth.com is not our website. It's growth,
Ah,
DOTCOM
got you.
dot NL. So we're growth.com.nl. We're also
Sweet.
growth.com.com. That's us too. But that's our website. And we help corporate companies do what EasyGrow does for agencies and stuff. And we do.
Yeah.
But the good thing of our services is we do it by automation, AI,
Yeah.
led by experts. So we're actually even better.
Yeah, that's it. Baz is a lot more fancier. He's a lot more polished with the AI world and whatnot. So yeah, he's one upping us right now. But yeah, love it. Guys, I'm gonna put that in the description of the YouTube video if you guys are watching this on YouTube, so check that out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna mark this as a part one, guys, because Baz he's only used parts of the program. So hopefully he has enough time for me in a year's time for a part two when he turns on the machines to get appointments in. It's going to be
I
scary.
will, yeah, let's put it this way. So we're up to 50K right now. I say that, if we hit the 100K threshold, then we'll do part two. And at the end of the year, if no, 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 correct English, when we hit
Yes.
our 1 million revenue target at 50% margin, because it's two components.
Mm.
When we hit our 1 million revenue target at the end of the year at 50% margin, we'll do part three.
Yeah, boom. I'm going to hold you to that. So, yeah, love that, guys. Be sure to keep an eye out for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the client interview. For those of you watching this right now, if you want a get rich quick scheme, if you've been fooled by the Instagram ads of fancy cars and rented cars and Lamborghinis, and you think you can jump into the program and, see immediate success within 7 days. Unfortunately, this is not the program for you. This program, it does require hard work. And if you're willing to follow a proven framework, just like Baz has, there's no reason why you cannot succeed. So long story short, if you want to get rich quick scheme where you can pop a magic pill and you're rich overnight, this program is not that. If you do find it, as I always say at the end of all my client interviews, please send it my way. If, however, you're willing
Yeah,
to and
yeah, yeah.
and pass this
One
way,
more, plus one,
plus one.
please.
There we go. But if you are willing to put in the work, guys, in all seriousness, just like Bass did, then please do feel free to book a call with us to see if we can help. This is the 100th interview, like I've mentioned. So check out the other 99 interviews we've done for further clarity and context of other clients that have succeeded. And yeah, hopefully you guys found this one valuable. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.
Yes.